Anglong Autonomous Council CM distributes land pattas and allotment certificates to local IPs in Diphu. Curtain falls on 29th Annual Conference of Karbi Lamermai. A very good morning to you all and welcome to Karbi Anglong Live News. I am Julie Hansapi bringing you news for today. And now the news in detail. As per BJP-led Assam government's earlier announcement for a drive to grant ownership certificates to over 1 lakh families of 70-odd tribes in Assam, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council CM Tuliram Ronghang today distributed land pattas and allotment certificates to the local indigenous people of the hill districts of Karbi Anglong and West Karbi Anglong at a ceremonial distribution event held at the Joy Singh Doloi Auditorium Hall in Diphu on Saturday afternoon. The program was organized jointly by the Revenue and Disaster Management Department and the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. Apart from Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council CM Tuliram Ronghang chief guest, the Land Pattas and Allotment Certificate program in Diphu, which was chaired by Land and Revenue EM Amar Singh Tiso, was attended by Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council Deputy Speaker Ritesh Singhi, Deputy Commissioner Chandra Dhwaj Singha, SP Dibojit Deori, EM Lun Singh Teron, Prodip Rompi, Mongol Singh Timung, Raju Tiso, Kachi Rompipi, MAC Richard Tokbi, Dorsing Ronghang and others. While briefing the huge gathering, Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council Principal Secretary Sanjeev Kumar Das informed that the land document distribution program was being simultaneously held in the state with the aim of providing certificates to 107,000 people, out of which 8,700 would be distributed to the people of Karbi Anglong. The Principal Secretary, however, reminded that the event is a ceremony and it would not be possible to provide all the land documents to all its holders and thus would be handed over at the respective constituency to be led by their MAC and Revenue Department officials. Meanwhile, speaking at the event, CM Tuliram Ronghang said the distribution of land pattas and land allotment certificates is part of BJP government's commitment to ensure that indigenous people are protected and they have legal rights over their land. He said that the distribution of the land documents is a historic event as the past governments have not done anything on the ground on this matter. Taking a dig at the opposition party's constant charges, he said that distribution of land documents itself is a proof that the Autonomous Council is still powerful and that they are fully committed to protect its land and people. The Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council chief also said that the developmental works carried out by the BJP in its 5-year tenure cannot be surpassed as no development or change had taken place during the 15 years of the Congress and under the ASDC's tenure in the past. The Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council CM also praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his leadership and developmental works implemented across all the states of the country. He concluded his speech urging the people of the Hill District to continue their support to their party in their effort towards bringing more change. It may be mentioned that Prime Minister Narendra Modi distributed land pattas to 10 people in a ceremony held at Jaringa Pathar in Sivsagar, distributed as part of its announcement to provide free land pattas to the indigenous people of state towards protecting their land, language and culture.
দিয়া হল পটাটো
আজি 10,000 একেলগে দিয়া হ'ব আৰু প্ৰত্যেক এমজি সমষ্টি যিবিলাক এপ্লাই কৰিছে তেওঁলোকৰ কাৰণে আজি বিনামূলীয়া
এটা কাৰ্বি আংলং
ৱেষ্ট কাৰ্বি আংলং ইষ্ট কাৰ্বি আংলং মিলি কাৰণ নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়া সাগৰৰ আনুষ্ঠানিকভাৱে 2 লাখ মানুহৰ হিলঞ্জীয়া মানুহক মান্যতা দিয়া গতিকে আমি সেইটো কাৰ্যসূচীৰ মেলাই আমি কাৰ্বি আংলং সমাজ কাউন্সিলৰ তৰফৰ পৰা প্ৰথমবাৰ এটা ইতিহাস ৰচনা কৰিছোঁ যে 10,000 মানুহক একেলগে আজি পটা দিয়া বিনামূলীয়া পটা সমষ্টি গৈ 1,000 2,000 দি আহিছোঁ মোৰ দিনত কিন্তু আগত চৰকাৰৰ এনেকুৱা যে বিনামূলীয়া পটা দিয়া দেখা নাই নিজৰ মানে অফিচৰ যোৱাকৈ যে ঘৰতে পটা পাই যায় আমি যে ঘৰত যে
চাইটো এইটো কি আছে
ইয়াতো চিকিৎসক যে আমাৰ কি আছে আমাৰ কাৰ্যনতন মাছ কনচিডাৰ বিজু ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট আছে কিন্তু আমি কাৰ্যসূচীটো নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ডাঙৰীয়াৰ লগত মিলাই এই কাৰ্যসূচী
ঠিক আছে
Roshan Hansa report for Karbi Anglong Live. The 29th edition of the annual conference of Karbi Lamermai had concluded on Saturday. The last day of the event was filled with colorful as well as serious sessions. Here is a report of the last day of the event. The final day of the conference began with the inauguration of the day, which was dedicated to the eminent decreased Karbi leader Sardoka Perin Ki Ingti. It was inaugurated in the presence of Karbi Lameramai advisor Barim Ingti by Khoya Singh Ingti, Chukihola Karbi Lameramai president and also grandchild of the late leader. This was followed by poem recitation session which was chaired by Karbi Lameramai advisor Dhan Singh Terang. Critics appointed for the session were eminent Karbi poets including Sarat Hanse, Dipali Amphi and Dhaneshwar Ingti. More than 50 poets recited their poems in the session. In the afternoon, a cultural rally was held and the president of Karbi Lameramai, Hidinat Rongpi, was given warm welcome to the conference which was attended by several local tribes have joined the rally dressed in their respective traditional attire. The participants also performed their cultural dance on the occasion. Later, a grand public meeting was also held. Chief guest of the event, Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council CM Tuliram Ronghang, who attended the event, was accompanied by MP Horen Singh Bey, EMs, MACs, board chairpersons, organization leaders. During the session, Karbi Lameramai president announced that the 30th annual conference of the Karbi Lameramai will be held at Dongkamukam. A cultural event was also organized to win up the event. Speaking at the occasion, MP Horen Singh Bey said that he is ready to help in all forms for the development of the Karbi language. He also expressed deep disappointment over the recent criticism over the welcome gate. He said that instead of criticizing the body for such silly things, people should come forward and contribute for the development of the language and the literary body. Meanwhile, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council CM Tuliram Ronghang had also acknowledged the efforts of the reception committee, especially the president Surja Rongphar and also the central committee to gather great numbers of people in the conference. He urged the people of Karbi Anglong not to forget the contribution made by leaders in the past. In a major declaration, CM announced that the grant in aid to the Karbi Lameramai would be increased from Rs 20 lakhs to Rs 40 lakhs. He also announced that the grant to Karbi Cultural Society from Rs 50 lakhs to 1 crore. Both the apex bodies will share half of the grant with the reception committee holding the annual event. He also made an announcement for a grant of Rs 2 crores to construct a permanent building for the Karbi Lameramai, which he said would be inaugurated before the Dongkamukam annual conference. Well-known Kushti wrestler from West Karbi Anglong Mahavir Thapa alias Elvin Dera was also felicitated by Karbi Lameramai during the public meeting. Shubhas Terang's report from Arnam Langpi for Karbi Anglong Live. On 22nd of January, the District Civil Administration and Enforcement conducted meeting on National Road Safety Month and Sukhanjan Hanuman Mandir on Saturday. The meeting was aimed at giving awareness on road safety. The meeting was chaired by Bokajan SDO Civil Dilip Terang, Diphu DTO Bikramaditya Gogoi, SDPO John Das and EKAC Principal Anil Chandra Das attended as guests. Speakers in the meeting talked about the need to create proper awareness among people about road safety. The speakers also expressed their concern over the increasing numbers of road accidents in the recent times. Several lives have been lost and many lives have been left shattered due to carelessness while driving. They said that everyone should be conscious about safety while driving and not only think about their life but also be thoughtful of their family members. Anand Terang's report from Bokajan for Karbi Anglong Live. Well, those were the top stories for today. Thank you for watching Karbi Anglong Live.